And welcome back to the SpiffyNeedleGeeks talking Steven Universe from the summer marathon. It is once again Brawl Fan 1, Harshetsu Rises, and Kenshi Immortal Wolf.
Yo.
So today we are on Crack the Whip. Thoughts?
Ow, my heart.
My heart indeed.
Also, holy fucking shit, that was awesome.
Yes, this episode literally answered everything that I wanted from the show. Steven and Connie fusing into Savani and fighting with all their powers and abilities that they had as individuals. That's exactly what I've been...
mostly their abilities, because the power to fuse was pretty much their power.
Yeah, so...
But holy shit, was that a fight.
Yeah, that was the greatest thing I've seen from the show yet.
Oh, Stevani easily has some of the best moves out there. Like her opening move of just when she fuses and just kicks Amethyst out of Jasper's hand. Just that one move was the single best move anyone's used in a fight this series.
Stevani has to probably be one of the best fighters in the show at this point. Because Connie was already an amazing fighter, and we can imagine Steven probably has some training. So
we saw in the episode when Connie was starting her training, we saw the two of them fighting together against the Hollow Pearls, and they were able to hold themselves very well on their own.
Yeah.
So, it was only a matter of time before we would see them, fuse together and we'd see Stevani actually fighting. And it was definitely worth the wait.
I do love how, the whole time, though, while she was fighting, all she wanted was for Jasper to apologize to Amethyst.
Yeah. That was honestly one of the best episodes. Just the way it worked out.
And on top of, Stevani fighting, she was... they were riding on their fucking lion. Come on. How could you add any more to it?
Possibly something closer to Connie's training dojo outfit.
Yeah, in any which case, it's we immediately jumped to the best part of the episode. The episode in and of itself, I think...
Well, to be honest, it's everything up until that point, it was, pretty much standard Steven Universe fare. It's okay, we got, Steven and Connie, they're training again. This time Amethyst is watching them, and yet she's not, because, she's Amethyst, she's lazy fuck. So it's it's par for the course and everything, and then it's as soon as Jasper shows up, that's pretty much when shit got real and minds everywhere were being blown.
Yeah, because the show kind of... most people could probably assume it for a while, but this is the part of the show where it was kind of just finally kicked in that Amethyst really isn't that experienced. She knows how to use her power. She has maybe some basic training, but she doesn't take it. She never took it seriously enough, and she just isn't that experienced.
And bear in mind, she came in after the rebellion,
yeah.
So probably all the training and experience she had is just gem hunts. Yeah,
just fighting mindless monsters. I don't think she probably doesn't have any experience fighting real trained soldiers.
No, she doesn't.
So.
And then it's I also liked how, we're kind of going, I guess maybe not necessarily going back, but we're further developing the whole self-esteem thing, because we'd always known that that's always been a problem that Amethyst had.
Yeah.
But before it was always, she felt inadequate compared to Garnet or Pearl and everything. But now here's Jasper, who is another quartz like her, and she says, yeah, you could have been like me, and yet you're not. And it's it's a whole nother side to that problem, It's I kind of like, and I did like that approach to it.
Yeah, she pretty much said everything. So it's, the biggest thing about that was, as you said, BJ, the only experience she has is gem hunts, because Amethyst has never really had any... none of the gems had any reason to push Amethyst to behave like a quartz. The only other quartz there was Rose, who we know pretty much breaks with standard quartz behavior, being very defensive and having healing powers, whereas most quartzes are very offensive based, like Jasper has proven, as well as the monsters, which we can and fur are also quartz. You know, they're very offensive based. So quartz, Rose never had a reason to push Amethyst to train. Pearl had no reason to push Amethyst to train. She probably would have, but Amethyst herself has had no one to push her to want to learn how to fight. She just does whatever she wants, which is actually one reason why wrestling was a very apt sport for her to take up in one of those episodes, because it's a very just do the hard stuff kind of sport.
I do gotta say, though, I do miss the black shirt on Amethyst.
You know, that's right.
Yeah, because now her, you know, she's wearing a white tank top, but the bottom is like kind of like frilled or something, and it's like, you know,
like a thunderbolt.
I think that's probably more akin to just how fast she quickly reformed. Like before, we saw she would always reform. Like in the first time we ever saw her poofed on episode, you know, we you know, she reformed that quickly because, you know, she was just impatient. Like she didn't care. Mm-hmm. This time though, she did it because they were in danger. Like she was trying to get back out there, so, you know, to help everybody.
Yeah. So it's likely she picked a very simple form, which white is a very simple color, and, you know, the whole thing.
I am still very worried about her though. Like we do see more of this like in later episodes as well. But like, did anyone else notice this random twitch she has underneath her left eye?
No, actually, I can't say.
Her lower eyelid on her left eye is like always like pushed up a little bit in this new form, and it kind of makes me worry. That kind of tells me that she didn't form properly in this one. So I don't know.
Well, it's like you said, it was probably because, you know, due to the impatience, but because, you know, there was inherent danger and everything.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's kind of like I said, like, you know, I do miss the black shirt, and I really do think it's just, you know, the black shirt, you know, when laid against her light hair, it really stood out, and there was a very nice contrast. You do lose that altogether with the white shirt, and it's like, I don't know, to me the black shirt looks a lot better on her, but, you know, oh well.
Yeah, I agree, but I also believe, it was due to how fast she reformed. It's likely, given Amethyst's record, she will likely reform sometime in the near future again.
Oh, yeah.
Given that Amethyst has had her form kind of stretched and taxed and all that jazz. Though I can say, BJ, that it's very likely that this twitch you're mentioning is likely due... it could be from a reform problem, but it could also just be due to the fact that this form was formed under stress, and her stress manifests much easier due to how much it's overcoming her mind. Because, no, I didn't really notice this.
Well, it was the eye that's mostly covered by her hair, too. But, like, the moments where it wasn't covered by her hair, I did notice it. Like,
it might be just something that is with her eye. Because, again, she's been in the ground too long. We've never really had time to understand fully what being in the ground too long means besides being small.
Well, no, because this is the first time I've ever seen that kind of thing, though. So, I don't know. You might have only noticed it now, because of the fact that this is a form that people started freaking out thinking she was corrupting when she reformed, because they forgot about the giant arm and giant leg form of hers, and thought that when her light did that form, she was like halfway through corrupting, even though we've seen them go through all their forms every time they reform, so that actually isn't odd. So I'm gonna say you might be seeing something that isn't there. Well, no. Like it's a very intentional detail, though, Kenshi. Because like I know I'm actually skipping ahead a little bit here, but like in the next episode, you know, where we see Amethyst turn like back into the rest of her form, it's very apparent there, because like we see it, like even though she's wearing this mask, but you see the twitch like still like encompassing like half her eye under the mask. It's a very intentional detail.
I guess, but I kind of think back, and I think I remember her left eye doing that a few times. So I'm gonna say, until we go back and look over all the times you can see her left eye, I'm not going to believe it's what you think it is right away, because there's nothing there should be very little to worry about, especially considering how this whole arc ends.
I guess we'll see, but like yeah, for the most part. Yeah, I think it's very clear to say the best part of this episode was Stevani. That's just a general statement. So many people fell in love that day.
Also, can we talk about how tough Lion is for a second? The guy went headlong against a quartz monster and stopped it dead in its tracks.
Oh, no. Well, yeah, Lion definitely is strong. He's just lazy because he's a male lion.
Yeah, I can't wait to bring up the possibilities of what Lion is when we get to the final episode that's been aired so far.
Yeah, I do gotta say one detail that I noticed that with that kind of disturbed me, to be honest. Like, we see like previously, whenever like a gem monster or a gem in general gets poofed, like normally it's because the body is damaged, or, or like something happens to the body where they get poofed, like whether they're stabbed or squeezed or crushed or whatever. This is the first time where Jasper like straight up pulls the fucking gem out of the monster to poof it. Like it just rips its gem out.
Wouldn't that have been last episode?
Was it? I don't know. I thought that
because the only way that gems were poofed in Crack the Whip was the one Amethyst crushed, and the one that was crushed by Jasper being pushed through it.
Never mind.
So this is actually a detail you forgot to bring up last video.
I think we should move on to the next episode.
Yeah, I think we should, because
it's clear that there wasn't too much else for us to talk about here.
No. We can just sit here and gush about how awesome Stevonnie and Lion were in their fight.
Yep.
All day.
All right, well, join us next time where we talk about Steven versus Amethyst. See you then.
Oh, dear.